Who's she? Ta-da!
It's me. Like you know who I am.
Like anyone knows who you are. Hello, welcome to an unhaul with a Caitlin. The Caitlin is the twist. This is Caitlin. She's going to be rummaging through my shelves and helping me unhaul books today. Well, I say helping me. She's taking control away from me and is going to be unhauling books for me because I have a massive stack of new books that need to go on the shelf and no space to put them. And I am attached.
Attached, and she needs help, quite frankly.
Of the professional kind.
And that's why I'm here.
But before we get into that, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. You have probably heard of Skillshare. They are an online learning platform that people know them for classes in creativity, like photography, marketing, video editing, and things like that. But did you know they also have a lot of career-focused classes as well that you can take on their platform, from time management and productivity to running your own business, as well as the creative bits and pieces that they do on there as well. I personally have been taking a little look at their time management and productivity section because I need all the help I can get to beat procrastination. So let's have a look at some of those. So one of my goals is to really work on my productivity and time management, which is why I was drawn to this selection of classes. When you work for yourself, there's no one to make you stick to productivity, and I am so often distracted. So I was drawn to this one, Managing Attention in the Digital Age by Kevin, about learning with Todoist, and I've heard of Todoist, so I wanted to have a little peep into this one, and I found it really informative. It was interesting to learn about how many different ways we get distracted and how we can improve our attention span, and interesting facts like how long it takes you when you are distracted by another task, like to get back to what you were doing in the first place. So I found it very informative, and it was nice to get a little play around with Todoist, which you will see very soon. And then if we hop to the end here, you can see I completed the class, I have earned a badge, and I can get a certificate if I submit my work, and here we have my Todoist. So it actually encouraged me to kind of put a list together, and you can see that I have been using it as suggested by the class, so it actually has worked for me so far, and hopefully I'll stick to it, and there we go. If you would like to check out Skillshare and the opportunities available to you there to progress your learning or any of those opportunities, then I do have a link down below for you to check out. The first 1,000 people will get a free trial of a Skillshare membership. So pop down below into the description box, click that link, get your trial, and thank you ever so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Over to you.
Okay. Thanks, Skillshare. Let's get started.
I'm nervous about what this is going to entail, but I really can just perch here in the corner and give commentary on your choices.
Which, sometimes we just don't need that. But, okay, for context, Jade has another cart in her room. These have not been pre-selected off of these shelves, but the first two that are going should be no surprise. Well, this one at least. This is Her Soul to Take. Jade hated this book, I'm so sorry to say, as I really enjoyed this book for what it is. So that one's going.
I have a vlog all about it if you want to see my actual thoughts.
Highly recommend, it's very entertaining.
Thanks.
Another one is The Ex-Hex. Jade read this last year at spooky time. Enjoyed it for what it is. She's never going to reread it, so get rid. Now the real work begins.
The real work, yeah.
Right. I have been sleeping in this room, and so have looked at the shelves somewhat, but have tried to limit my pre-decision making of what is going. There are a few, though, that I know.
Okay.
The
fear sets in.
The fear sets in.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to like my first one. I'm going to be...
okay. All right.
I think you're not going to like a lot of them.
Okay. We should probably say I do get some saves.
3. That's all.
That's it? That's it?
We're being brutal. We're being absolutely brutal because look what we're working with. There's not a lot of room here, guys.
Yeah. And if I want to move house, I'm going to have to pack them and then unpack them. And
Exactly.
yeah, okay.
Exactly. The first one. A Crime and Shame, but you don't need 3 copies of this.
I don't need 3 copies.
The paperback keeps staying because you can't get it anymore. It's out of print.
Yeah.
You have the fairy-lit version, which is this, but prettier.
But prettier. Okay.
Bye.
All right. I can understand that, at least.
We're just making logical choices at this point.
Okay, all right.
Part of me wants to get rid of that one I pointed out the other day just because I hate the spine. I hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
Are you ever going to read that?
I don't know. Read the first line of the book.
Listen, I might be persuaded.
That's why I bought it! The first line, literally, I think I've got it memorised. As usual with this kind of bullshit, it came from the fucking stars.
That's pretty much word for word what it says, yeah. It's not taking up much room, I guess you can say. Right, okay.
It's a self-pub sci-fi.
And
that's
sorry.
Yeah, the first line. Calamity at Katori 5, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shelf she's giving.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought there was some things on there that would be going.
What? That?
That is not what I thought.
Oh.
That is what I thought you would do.
Truth Witch?
Yeah.
But you like that series.
I do, yeah. But I thought that you would be mean.
Okay, listen, I'm mean. I'm not unreasonable.
Okay. Okay.
Not a Jade book, I feel.
Not a Jade book?
I love Emily Henry.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't think you'll ever voluntarily pick this up.
Okay.
I think it would be
It was one I was interested in a long time ago for the, like, magical realism. And I think that is less and less my jam.
And I think there's so many, like, newer releases or, like, your taste has changed. Not so much, but has developed. Evolved. Past this.
Okay. All right, I'll take it.
So that one's going. I have been feeling bad about this since last night, but I am dedicated to my decision.
Oh, like, she's already guilty and I don't even know what it is. Okay.
I think you know.
Do I?
You know. I've been questioning Jade this morning, revolving this choice.
Okay.
I don't think you picked up on it, though.
Okay.
But I think it's time.
Okay. For what? Okay.
Had the third book been what you wanted it to be?
I DNF'd the third book. We're not going to tell you what it is until she holds them up.
Jump scare. The entire Frostheart trilogy.
I loved the first book, 5 stars. Second book, I really enjoyed. I think it also got 5 stars, but wasn't as good in retrospect, so probably a 4-star. DNF'd the third book.
If you are familiar with Jade's content, you will know she's not reading a lot of middle grade at the moment. It's just not hitting. You're never going to reread the entire series, certainly, because you've already DNF'd the third one. I think your sisters would be a better home.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
And that's a lot of space.
That is a lot of space.
So, Gavin, I'm sorry if you are watching this, but I'm not that sorry. This one.
I'm never going to read that.
She's never going to read it. Why is it even here still?
That is a reasonable choice.
This one hurts me, personally.
Okay.
One of my favourite books from last year,
Mm-hmm.
but Jade only gave it 3 stars.
I did.
She's never going to reread it.
You remember my ratings and stuff.
It's because it hurt me so deeply. Okay. I'm still in therapy. So, Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. It's like a cozy fantasy.
Yeah, I liked it.
I don't think it gave exactly what you were wanting.
No, it definitely didn't. And I think I was looking for more House of Cerulean Sea. Yeah. And I got more romance than I wanted from it.
Yeah. She's never going to reread it.
I'm never going to reread it.
Oops, sorry, Finn.
Could you just stand on the top?
I kind of slid into him.
Hey, baby. It's okay. You can stay down there. We'll keep an eye out for you.
Yeah, no. I don't even know what this is called. Silver in the Bone. It's the new Alexandra Bracken. Need I say more?
Oh!
The Curse of Saints. I know for a fact Jade is interested in reading this book.
Mm-hmm.
I think she will never pick it up because of the cover. I think it will always be a lower priority.
That shallow?
I don't think you're that shallow, but I think it will be lower priority because it won't call to you.
Yeah.
When this is the visual you're getting.
What does the naked cover look like? Is it just blank?
It won't be. I mean, that's very pretty.
Do we just
Get
bin
rid
the
of
dust jacket?
I mean,
Those sprayed edges are not the nicest. Especially from Fairy Lane.
is this going to be one of your 3 saves? Because I'm not changing my mind.
Oh, you're not changing your mind. Okay.
Okay. I bought the regular edition of this yesterday when we were in Waterstones. It is chef's kiss beautiful. It's like a naked matte black hardcover with gold foiled wolf on it. Like, it's stunning. And then this, I think if you had the other cover, you would be like, I want to read that.
Yeah.
I feel like if you see this, you're like, sounds interesting, not that interested.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'll have to think about whether just binning the dust jacket is
an option.
Because
it is very beautiful under the.
Yeah. And I do want to read it, and it seems like such a waste of money to buy it twice when I've already got it. I'll think about it.
It's okay. It's a potential save, folks, but we've not committed.
I'm obviously going to wait until she's finished before I go through and make my saves.
Yeah,
I don't want to, like, use them too soon.
I have read this.
Oh, okay.
The Book of Living Secrets. It was fine. It's like a historical setting.
Just looks so creepy.
It's quite right. Yeah, it wasn't as creepy as I was hoping it would be. I read a bit of horror, not a lot, but like I enjoy a spooky setting, if you will.
Yeah.
It was very underwhelming. I think I gave it 2.5.
Oh.
Maybe even 2. It wasn't great. Oh, does that mean
it's on my self-destruct?
Okay. Should I not touch those?
I have started it and DNF'd it.
Right, get rid. Why is it even still here, Jade?
Because it's on the self-destruct list and I feel like I should give it another go.
That's why it's on the self-destruct list.
Yeah.
The jokes, they write themselves. You're never going to repeat that.
Oh, the nostalgia.
The Shadow Glass. Jade had a fun time. I don't think it changed your life.
It didn't change my life, but I did thoroughly enjoy it, and it gave me lots of nostalgia for the sort of movies that I used to watch with my mum as a kid, like Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, Never-Ending Story, that sort of vibe. It is very much like that era movie vibe, and it made me feel good. Exposure!
Again, it's like, stop filming.
Stop with the sun!
I don't think
you'll read. I'll hide in this corner instead.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to shift this way anyway. Finn, honestly, we'll work around you. Don't feel the need to move. Yeah.
I had a good time, but you are probably right that I won't read it again.
And if you ever felt the need to reread it again, it's paperback. You could just purchase it again if you really felt the need to. But I don't think you ever will.
I'm going to, no. Like, if I'm going to spend my time rereading a book...
It'll be something you love.
Yeah.
And that you want to revisit.
Yeah.
Desperately. How are we doing, by the way? We're at 14.
Okay.
So far.
Alright.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That's just one shelf.
That is just one shelf.
Waking the Witch. Jade read it last year.
Yeah.
I also read it last year. I think Jade enjoyed it more than I did, but it's never going to be reread.
It's not. Yeah. You are completely correct.
It was a fun time, but...
Yeah, I liked it. I wouldn't say, like, I don't recommend for a YA witchy read.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, good.
A good time.
But I'm not going to go back to it.
Didn't change your life. A Song of Race and Ruins. Have you ever read this?
Have
you ever read anything in it? Have you read The Blurb?
Once upon a time. We're talking a long time ago, though.
You won't like it.
Oh, really?
I don't think anyone likes this.
Oh, okay.
I'm speaking on behalf of every single person in the universe. Not a single person likes it. Obviously, that's incorrect. But it's YA, fantasy. I think it's a bit middle of the road. Okay. Why waste your time reading it when you could read something else? It's also a thicker YA fantasy. So it's not as if you could just be like, oh, a fun read, a fun book.
Okay.
That one's going. Peanut Jones. As I said earlier, Jade is not really reading middle grade at the moment, and I feel like this leans on the younger end of middle grade.
Yeah.
As well.
It's so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
It is.
I mean, the pages themselves, like, you can see how heavily illustrated it is. It's even in colour. Yeah.
You know who would love it, though?
Evie and Lexi.
Yeah.
It would have a better home, I feel.
And then also if they took it, if I ever did have
it's not gone forever.
I could borrow their copy that used to be mine.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. I am so reluctant to pick up any middle grade.
And you're only leaning heavier and heavier adult fantasy, which is so different. Not saying that you can't enjoy both, but with how things stand at the moment, this isn't going to happen anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But should you ever wish, your sisters have it.
There is another one on that top shelf that I don't think I'm ever going to get to.
Oh. Is it that one?
No.
Oh, that one?
No.
Is that your mum's favourite book?
No.
Oh.
My mum's favourite book, fun fact, is Jadeyraereads. I don't know.
That's the one.
Yeah. It's the biggest book up there.
Oh, Desert Prince?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think I'm ever going to get to it, especially because...
You're meant to read his first series first.
And I'm never going to do that.
I don't know. I don't know if
I'm never going to read his first series. I know that Jess loves it. Jess gifted it to me because she loves it and wanted me to read it. But I remember mentioning it and just being flooded by, you need to read his other books first.
You do.
And I don't know if I'm... Like, I don't even know what his other books are. I'm so uninterested. I've never looked into it.
I didn't realise this was you making the decision.
Sorry. I'll shut up.
She doesn't want it. It's going.
I'm sorry, Jess.
There may come a day in 10 years where you are all of a sudden Peter V. Bratt's biggest stan, and that book will still exist. Mm-hmm. So you can always just get it then. But for now, goodbye.
I thought that cat was going to fall over.
So did I. Vampire.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even know that.
Vampire. This is Cruel Illusions by Margie Fuster. Someone. Jade doesn't really like vampires. So.
Yeah, I've been...
I also think this is YA.
Keep the serpent.
You enjoyed it. And also, I'll leave if you get rid of it. Caraval.
I DNF'd that.
Yeah, meets Buffy.
I've never been a Buffy fan.
From the author of Vampires, Hearts and Other Things. I have read that.
It's going in the unhaul pile, okay. It's a very pretty edition with those
stunning.
edges.
It is stunning. It doesn't change the content.
Yeah. Okay. I need to move the cat because it's going to annoy me that he's not holding on to something.
Okay.
He can hold on to the final strife instead.
Yeah. Which is staying. Great book, by the way. I'm ripping the Band-Aid off, everyone. American. I think I'm about to lose a friend. Jade has done this for about 50 years. Not even an exaggeration. She's never read it.
Not quite 50. I've owned it for about
49.
15 years, maybe.
A long time. Don't get me wrong, this is very much up.
Finn's upset about this.
He's livid. He's livid. She's done it for a very long time. Wow, he's really upset.
I'm being mauled. It's okay.
Finn, you're so unprofessional.
It's alright.
I think he saw you go.
Yeah. I'm okay. It's not hurt me that much.
Yeah. We've talked about this book about 13 times this weekend, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
Because I had kind of said, prepare yourself.
I didn't know if you were actually going to do it, though.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. Okay.
She says it intimidates her because of its size, which, that's old Jade thinking, sorry, grow up. You like chunky fantasy now. There's no reason you should have not read this by now.
Yeah.
I'm also putting a stipulation on this. If this is one of her saves, if it's not read within 12 months, I'm coming back and getting rid of it. In a really dramatic fashion. Like a bonfire.
Oh, wow.
Look how much space we're working with.
I know.
This is great.
This is great. Okay.
Raybearer by Jordan F. Wecco. YA fantasy. I feel like people preferred this over the sequel, so even if you did enjoy this,
then the sequel
would kind of disappoint you.
Okay.
I also don't think you'll ever reach for it or, like, be drawn to it.
Okay. All right.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah. I'm just taking it all in, you know?
Have I skipped many that you have had predestined as going?
There are some over here that you have skipped, yeah.
Interesting. I did say you're not safe.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
That's not the one I thought you were looking at.
Those two.
Yeah.
Those two are next.
Okay. Oh, man.
My favourite cover of the year.
Gorgeous cover.
The author is phenomenal. Love her. I met her at an event a couple of weeks ago. But 3 stars? Do we have time and energy?
Debut.
Debut?
Debut 3 stars means sequel 4 stars.
No, it doesn't. That's delusional thinking. Did you enjoy it enough to go, oh yeah, I'll pre-order the sequel to that?
I don't pre-order anything. Full stop.
Okay. Did you enjoy it enough to go, oh yeah, I'll definitely read the sequel?
I think I enjoyed it enough to think, when the sequel comes out, I'll see how I feel.
It's going on the unhaul pile.
That's another potential save, I think. Yeah, saw this coming.
The sequel for this has been out for bloody years, right?
I really liked A River of Royal Blood.
I'm sick of hearing you say, I loved A River of Royal Blood. It was so underrated, and then not reading the sequel. So it can't have been that good. They're going.
I did like it, though, okay?
Yeah, I've been eyeing up this one since I got here. A Blade So Black. I feel like I haven't seen anyone read this since it came out in 2019? 2018. She's never going to read it. I'm unsure. But that's because I'm unsure if I want to read this book as well.
Okay.
The book in question is City of Dusk by Tara Sim. I feel like I haven't seen that many people reading it, and those that I have seen haven't, like, been obsessed with it. I read her YA book, God knows what it's called. Really didn't like it.
I didn't even know that author had other books.
It was like it might have been an Outcrate rather than a Fairy Loot. It was one of the two back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It was below mid, I would say.
Okay. Which
makes me trepidatious of her adult writing. But there's something about the synopsis that just makes me semi-interested. I think it's the Vengeful Gods. Dark magic. Like, it's good.
Good buzzwords.
I might keep it and force you to read it with me.
Okay, we could do that.
Okay. Grand.
The shelves are so full, she can't get the books back in. Stand up, Caitlin.
Skyward. I don't even know what's the series called. Yeah, Skyward.
Skyward Flight, isn't it? Skyward something.
Jade DNF book 2?
I finished book 2.
Book 3. Have you read book?
I never started book 3. I didn't like book 2.
So why is book 3 here, Jade?
Because I liked book 1.
Yeah.
And then book 2 really disappointed me.
I have heard it only gets worse.
And I think
heard
also,
people like book 1 and 2 and then 3 and the novellas, and is 4 out now.
I don't know.
Have not been well received.
Right. So I liked book 1. Book 2 disappointed me. Have not read book 3, and I think also the introduction of all the novellas has just made the whole thing seem a bit overwhelming to me for something I'm already feeling pretty done with. Yeah. So I'm not mad about this.
Okay, great. We can keep the little magnets if you so wish, because Doomslug is cute.
Wow, that's a big chunk.
We're doing...
It's just gone as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I need to change the battery.
Yeah.
Right, we're back in business.
The battery died.
The battery was having a crisis.
You're never going to read these. Are you? 1945. She's not reading these. The Shadow of the Wind and The Watch in the Shadows.
I'm sorry, Beth.
Sorry, Beth. Not that sorry.
It's Beth's favourite book.
Favourite book. I'm sure it's a lot of people's favourite book, to be honest. Doesn't mean it's going to be your favourite book, and that's why we're here, folks.
Yes.
It's about Jadeyraereads. Jadey baby, if you will.
Oh, no. Oh.
Beautiful looking book. It's historical fiction with a fantastical twist. A library. Sure. Okay, great.
Sounds very up Beth Street.
Up Beth Street. Not up Jadey Baby Street.
Don't call me that.
God, the pages are brown. You're never...
Oh, Jake's washing his car. You're about to hear a pressure washer.
Enjoy. Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to read this. Iron Widow. Again, been out for years.
I've just heard incredible things about it, though. Like, everyone who has read it seems to fucking love it. But does that mean I will? Does that mean I will pick it up?
The Handmaid's Tale meets Pacific Rim. I feel like
Pacific
there's an
Rim's
option.
great.
You love Pacific Rim. I get this feeling that if you've not picked it up by now,
I probably won't.
you probably won't. But remember, you've got 3 saves.
I do. I think I've mentally used 2 of them.
Oh, I think I know which 2 you've mentally used them on as well. I think you're very predictable.
Oh, you're going back. She's going back. She's backtracking.
Before we move the camera, let's get this over and done with.
Okay. The Queen's Poisoner by Jeff Wheeler.
I'm deciding whether we're talking about it yet or not, sorry.
Okay. Insert funky music.
That can stay.
Didn't see that coming.
Did you want to get rid of this one?
I don't know if I'm ready to tell you what I was going to tell you if it went on the pile. I'll whisper it loud enough for everyone to hear because I am transparent, except I've been lying to you for years. That was on a self-destruct TBR about 2 years ago and I just didn't get rid of it.
Jade!
I just didn't react to the video because I knew I didn't want to get rid of it, but I hadn't read it, and it's now been like another 2 years.
Okay, well, you're just taking the bloody piss.
I am, a little bit.
What is
I'm
it?
amazed
Voice
she
of
missed
War?
them the first time.
To be honest, I was like, where is book 3? And then I was like, Anyway, sorry, Kath.
Yeah.
Voice of War and Stones of Light.
Yeah.
I DNF'd this one. Jade didn't. But I've got no words. Boring.
I didn't love them. Book 1 was okay. Book 2...
The most interesting part of book 1 is when they blinded a child, to be honest.
Yeah. Book 1 was okay. Book 2 I do think was like a little bit more consistently...
Meh. Sorry.
Consistently a little bit better, I thought. But I am not interested in the... I'm falling over.
Uncross your legs, babe.
I am not interested in the series enough to want book 3. I'm happily done with it.
Yeah, okay. Grand, they're going. The main character's name is Chris. Like, that's my biggest
But Chris
issue.
with a Y.
Chris with a... That makes it worse. There's one more on...
There's one more on this shelf.
Oh, the one I said you're safe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have read this.
Yeah.
The Keeper 6 by Kate Elliott. Is this the one, like, Dragons in Space?
Yeah.
She's never going to reread it.
The main character's like in her 60s, which I think was very interesting. But for a novella, it took me way too long to get through because I just wasn't quite invested in the story at all. It was a very interesting concept, and I don't want to say like I wouldn't recommend because it is dragons in space.
Sounds really good.
Like, there's portals and dragon hordes and...
I do feel like that premise, though, lends itself to a full-length novel, not...
Yeah. Our main character's son is kidnapped by a dragon in space.
If that was a full-length novel, I feel like that could be quite well done.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's too much to cram into 100 and 200 pages or whatever. I think you bought this for Read, Rate, Review, and then it just never happened.
Yeah.
I gave it 2 stars.
Ooh.
But it is one of my favourite covers of all time. It is The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He.
It is a beautiful cover.
Beautiful cover.
Is it like eco sci-fi?
That's why I'm on the fence about it.
Yeah.
It is.
Is it in line with the like eco sci-fi sort of stuff?
I don't think it's weird enough. I don't think it goes far enough.
Right.
I think it's close to being what you want it to be. I thought I was going to love it. I think it felt a bit flat. And I don't think you'll ever reach for it. But I think that's possibly a part of it being YA is why it doesn't go far enough.
I didn't know it was YA.
Yeah, very YA.
Very YA.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if it was an adult novel with this premise, it would push those boundaries a little bit further and be what you want it to be. But
okay. I think now knowing that it's YA, I am more comfortable with that choice.
Such a gorgeous cover.
Gorgeous
though. Oh my god, it's one of my favourite covers. This is more gaps than I thought was going to be on this side. Oh, I remember this. Okay, yeah. Again, she's not going to reread it.
It doesn't take up a lot of space on the shelf, but
it doesn't,
it's one
but
that I've
it
read.
Is space.
I've read it. I'm not going to reread it.
It is The Undefeated by Una McCormack.
It was interesting. I liked it. fascinating concept. Sci-fi. There's a threat of invasion, and this woman basically reflects on her involvement with the species that is now going to invade, because she is one of the people that has been keeping that species as a slave, and now they're invading, and she's reflecting on the way that species has been treated in her lifetime and her personal treatment of her slave. I liked it. I'm not going to reread it.
Goodbye.
Ding! We're over here
Camera
now.
moved. Okay.
I am still here. You just can't see me now. Ooh.
Lots of booktube bands.
Oh no. Am I good to assume that we're not touching, like...
Oh, we're not touching the favourite
Okay,
shelves.
good,
I'm not
good.
that cruel.
I appreciate
What did I say? I'm mean, but I'm not unreasonable.
Yes.
What was this guide to defensive baking? Tea Kingfisher.
Yep.
Jade read this earlier this year.
I did.
Fell flat.
I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Doesn't feel the need to keep a copy, let's say that.
Yeah. And it's not one that I think I would reread.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew they were going.
It's time. Cut the cord. The Last Namsara series by Kristen Cicerelli.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm offended that they're all different.
They are all different.
Not one of them matches. If you liked them enough, you would have got a matching set. She's read the first two, hasn't read the third one. The third one has been out for at least 3 years, if not longer. Are you embarrassed? 2019. She's never going to read it.
I really liked The Last Namsara.
Are you ever going to reread it?
I cannot remember
Exactly.
the middle book. I know I've read it. I can't even remember what the middle one's called.
The Caged Queen.
Oh, okay. I can remember a little bit about
Not
it.
enough.
Yeah. I don't think that's an unreasonable decision
Thank you.
to make. Ooh, she just touched Art of Prophecy.
Have you read?
I have read that, yeah. You can be in the video too, baby.
There we go. Look at that superstar.
You are a superstar. Oh, that's nice kisses. I did like it. I had a good time with it. Will I ever reread it would be up for debate.
No, is the answer.
Okay, alright.
I don't think there's a debate to be had. Do I feel like you didn't enjoy this one?
It was, I think I liked it, but not one of my, favourites.
Yeah.
Unlikely to ever reread it realistically. Yeah.
The Way Past Winter by Kieran Millwood Hargraves, by the way. Yeah. I have also read this and feel very similarly. It was fine, but I would never reread it.
Yeah. The
stack is stacking.
It is stacking.
Operation Nativity.
Did I even finish that?
Probably not. Goodbye. The Wise and the Wicked by Rebecca Podos. Jade has read this. She'll probably never reread it. It's a beautiful cover. There's a lovely house with chicken legs on the back.
Yeah, I think the cover and the way it was marketed to me, it was almost misleading. I expected it to be more House with Chicken Legs, and it was much more just slightly witchy Russian woman.
Not giving.
I liked it though. I did like it.
The Girls Who Invented Christmas.
I've read that one.
Have you? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was alright.
It was just alright. This is I
feel like my words are being weaponized.
Sybil? Sybil Pounder. Jade has read this. She will never reread this. It is going. From Dust to Flame by Rebecca Podos again. Sorry, Rebecca. This isn't a personal attack. Except a little bit is. I don't think that's Jade's thing. There's like World War II.
A bit historical for me, we're thinking. Okay. I apologise for the pressure washer. Not much I can do about that.
Have I missed anything obvious?
There are definitely some still on there that I'm surprised that you haven't tried to make me get rid of.
Okay. What? That one?
That wasn't what I was thinking, no. They are welcome to stay.
Okay. They're beautiful.
There's a few in here that I'm surprised are still here.
Those?
No, I love them.
What?
That I'm surprised is still there.
I really want to read it, but that's probably...
Ah, okay.
But it's dystopian.
Exactly.
Oh, why does this feel like indie? This is dystopian.
I don't really do dystopia.
No.
I think I was, like, pulled into the hype
when it came out.
When Maddie fell in love with it, and Maddie was like, oh my god, it's amazing. I don't do dystopia. So I need to remember to not fall victim to the hype of dystopian sometimes, because I just don't like them.
No.
What are we at?
48.
48. No, get to 50. Get to 50.
Get to 50. Orphans of the Tide by Strawn Murray. Strawn. Has too much time now passed, though.
Very possibly. But I did really like it. But I don't think I would reread it to read book 2.
Thinking about how little middle grade you're in the mood to read.
Yes.
Is it going to be the one?
You can't even see me agreeing. Yeah.
She agrees. Okay. That one is also going in the pile. One more.
Okay.
Because I love this book.
Alright.
But it's contemporary and very sad.
Okay.
And I think you would be disappointed whilst reading it, because it's not really your type of thing. But it's a lovely book. If you do like contemporary middle grades, I personally would highly recommend it. But I don't think it's a Jade book.
Okay.
So October by Katya Bowen is going. That's 50.
That's 50 books that you've pulled off my shelves. And I'm only allowed to save 3 of them. Hello.
There.
So, this stack, and everything in the chair. There are 50 books that she's got off my shelves. And I get to protect 3.
I feel like you only need 3.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested in what you think I would save.
I know what she would save.
You know.
I'm pretty certain.
Okay.
1.
I think that is...
Godkiller by Hannah Kaner. God, that's a stunning cover.
It's so gorgeous. And although I only gave it 3 stars, as I say, debut, I liked the concept of it a lot.
Yeah.
It just was a debut and wasn't like the best it could have been.
Do you think the length had an impact on that? Because it is very short for an adult fantasy.
Yeah.
Not to say that the rest of the series will be that short, but...
Yeah, who knows. But I'm saving.
Right.
I am going to save Godkiller. I can't put it back on, can I?
I said if you do, there's a stipulation.
It's just a joke at this point, though, isn't it?
A bit of a meme. How many chances does a book get, though, before you just have to admit defeat?
I think it has probably had enough.
If you had 6 more shelves, it would be staying. But
if I had 6 more shelves. I just think this is a silly decision. On the basis that we think I would really like the book if we just got rid of the dust jacket. So do I just bin it? Do I just bin the dust jacket?
It is beautiful naked.
Because that is gorgeous.
And more in line with the actual cover, I would say. Or the non-changed cover.
I'm going to save it. It's staying. The dust jacket can go in the bin. But the book itself can stay.
Look how much prettier that is.
It's so much prettier. I'm still not a fan of that. But... And I am just going to pop a picture of the regular cover here. Yeah. Look at it.
Stunning.
Tell me that's not better.
Well that even the image doesn't do it justice. Because it's a naked hardback with a matte backing and gold foil. Like, it's stunning. It's really
pretty. But anyway, got this one.
The content is the same, I suppose.
Yeah, the book is the same. And one more.
I feel like it's between 2, you know.
Between 2? What do you think the other one is?
Oh, Iron Widow and American Gods are the 2 that I was thinking.
Really? Okay. I had closed the door at Ironwood.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I just think it's ridiculous because I want to read it at some point in my life. Am I going to unhaul it just to, in a couple years' time, decide I want to read it and go and buy it again? Or do I just hold on to it?
Or once it's gone, would you just forget about its existence?
And it's not like I own every Neil Gaiman book, so it's not like it's part of a collection.
Is there another option if that's not the third save?
I am still thinking about Jadeyraereads as well.
Oh, okay.
I just know that Jessie absolutely loves it. And I don't necessarily think that I have like the same taste as them, but the fact that they have told me specifically, like, you need to read it. It was a personal recommendation. Really, yeah. Makes me think that I need to at least give it a go. They might be onto something, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to save Jadeyraereads.
I'm very proud of you. I felt that wasn't an easy decision.
It wasn't.
To make.
No. But I think you saying, like, once it's gone, will you just forget it exists? Probably. Because it won't be haunting me.
Exactly. I feel like you have more residual guilt. Third save.
Staying.
Locked in.
These 3 get to go back on the shelf.
I do like that as a stack, you know.
Back on the shelf. Yeah, there's a big stack that needs
Behind you there is a huge birthday stack that needs space. But look at all that space.
There is space now. And I do feel quite good about what we're left with.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
I thought we were going to fall out after this.
Have we not? I was ready for it as well.
No. Oh. You can stay.
Thanks. I am leaving in a couple of hours, but thank you.
Yeah. You can stay for the race.
Yeah, thanks. But the friendship's not over, guys. You heard it here first.
Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this.
I'm so sorry. So sorry, everyone. I will not be making a booktube account, so you're free of me after this. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to send a bunch of these off to my sisters, and then a bunch of them can go to the charity shop as well, so they'll find better homes. Yeah. But that does bring us to a close. So once again, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. The link is down below for the first 1,000 people to get that free trial. And I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye.